Hi, my name is Bree Horn. I'm making this video because for some reason my discussion board is not popping up, so I'm just making one on here. So the first question is, if you were living in India in 1947, would you have supported the partition? Why or why not? And my answer is no. I don't think I would have supported it, just because seeing in one of our things before, like thinking of all the consequences that would have come from it, the conflict, the violence, and everything, I don't think it would have benefited. Um, Also, a lot of Muslims, you would think that they wouldn't get the representation through the government through this way. Um, and so it just seemed like, I guess it could have been done possibly, but just how it was just wasn't set up well. So I just didn't support it in that way. Um, Also, it says, do you agree with where the lines are drawn? If yes, why? If not, how would you have done it? So, no, I don't agree, because it talks about how it cut off like railroads, it cut off people's like farms and such. Um, what was it? Religious lands. Um, like where rivers are. So it just really, they didn't take into account. They just probably looked at a map and thought, oh, this would be a good place. So if I were to do it, um, I'd want to know where boundaries lie, where you would follow train tracks, where you would follow cities, where you wouldn't be cutting off where people could go for religious activities. I'd just make sure that people still could live their lives even with a border. I think that would be it. And then it says, how has the partition of India been successful up to this point? And then describe challenges. So I guess when I'm looking at it, um, I guess what could be successful is um, Pakistan, the country of Pakistan was made, um, and then it still exists today. So the boundary still lies. I guess that would be considered successful. Um, but it says on here, it says things just started roads. Many Muslims feared that without the partition, Indian politics would be dominated by the Hindu majority. So I guess that would also be something that they could get their own religious freedom, which they have in some ways. But then again, I think also right after the partition, there was a lot of violence. As it says that it was moved up by 10 months, and so there wasn't time to make to set up armed forces. So there was just a lot of unnecessary conflict that couldn't be resolved. Um, and then it says 10 million Hindus had to leave their home in the new Pakistan, and many of them were killed. And so it just was, it says, there wasn't like, it says, however, India had gained independence, um, and there wasn't like a full scale civil war, as you would see. And so I guess not a full scale, but still a lot of people had to die. A lot of people had to move. A lot of people weren't near a water source that they had been around. And so I guess referring back to the first question, yeah, I could see it happening, but I would think A, you give a lot more time to plan this, and B, make sure more people are on board, not just one head leader or a judge that had never even visited. So this is just my opinion. Thank you.